Okay, this is my Langstroth Hive over at my neighbor's, affectionately called the Honey Pot, officially named by my good friend Mark. We're going to check this hive out. This hive has traditionally been kind of pissy, hot, aggressive, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. So I've been hoping that as they get new brood, the new queen's genetics will take over and they will be less so. They they should be getting another or a super today as well. So I'm looking to take care of that for them. So the goal for this inspection is just weigh them, check out queen activity, make sure that I'm not seeing any issues like I had in my Lands hive over there where they're getting ready to swarm or anything. The wind is kicked up a little bit, so that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, so basically we're just going to see what we got going here. Put a monster rock on them because frankly we've just had some gnarly wind lately. Ooh, I got bees bustling out of the top. Every day they're bustling. Get my hive tool. You know, keeping bees in multiple locations requires you to do a lot of prep work to make sure that you got everything you need. Wow, look at that population there. I'm glad we're adding a super. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, I'm glad we're adding a super here today. I'm going to weigh the top box. I'm going to set it down. I got that propolized. Let me weigh it real quick. It's a little windy, man. I wish I'd gotten out of here just a little bit earlier. They're not going to be happy. That's about 12 pounds on this side. 12.5 pounds on that side. A lot of bees. Oops. 13.7. Good night. They have propolized that. What did I just do with my hive tool? Oh, there it is. Yeah, this is the problem with keeping bees on two parts. I don't have my table over here. You know, it's just kind of a pain. So all my hive is over 12.3. All my hives over about 100 and, well, about 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet that way. And then I got two hives over here on my neighbor's land. He's got 140 acres. And they wanted to have some hives over here to help them out a little bit. And eventually, I think they'll probably come out and start learning a little bit of beekeeping, but he travels a lot like I do, so. The plan for today, check them for population, make sure they got plenty of brood, and once I see that they do, we'll throw a super on, and then we'll just rock and roll. With the wind, I don't want to go too crazy. If I don't see the queen, that's all right. Capped honey, capped honey. Some of that is what I gave them. It looks like they've been consuming a little bit, and that's probably because it cooled down here. This frame's pretty empty. It's got some capped honey, but I don't see any brood or anything. I got a little bit of brood on this side. Some pollen, some honey up top. I don't see any eggs, but I do see some honey and some pollen, so it's a good little resource frame, and that's what you want it to be anyway. Once you get in the middle here, now you're into the brood chamber. Now is when you're looking for eggs and larvae and capped brood. Now this is mostly hatched out. I see some larvae. So she's been up here, relayed it. I see some eggs. In fact, she could be up here. This is also a very secretive queen. See some emergency cells, capped brood, larvae. I see emergency cells, but I don't see them as loaded. I'm still just blown away by my Langstroth hive over there that swarmed without any queen cells. Now it makes me wonder what they got going on over there. This is mostly capped brood. Some eggs, some larvae. It's pretty well laid out. Boy, this hive is fairly exposed up here. The center one is pollen. It's got a lot of pollen in it. It's got eggs up all throughout. No capped brood, and I didn't see a lot of larvae, so it's fairly fresh. So she could be right up here somewhere. I'm kind of going through it quick just because of the wind. This is all capped brood. Pollen, heavy pollen. You see the brood pattern there, looks good. A lot of drones up here in the corner. Little yellow jacket in here. Get out of there, boy. And I'm I'm looking for queen cells or signs that they may be looking to swarm. I don't think they are, but so all capped brood. Capped brood with a bunch of drones in the middle. Another emergency cell, but doesn't look like it has anything in it. I'm just taking quick glances for my queen, but I'm betting she's probably upstairs. Okay, this is hatched brood. There is some larvae in here. I don't see a ton of eggs. This has some drone brood. A lot of drones in this hive. There's some eggs. But I'm not going to keep them open very long. They're already getting a little bit unhappy with my decision to inspect them right now. This is all nectar and empty on the backside, so I don't have a lot of food down here, which is a little concerning. I do have a frame of honey I could bring over here if I felt the need, but this frame is full of honey, so they have food there. And until I see that going, I'm not going to do anything. They got capped honey on the tops of their frames as well. I've been playing around a lot with the camera angle and stuff. So I don't know if this is any good or not until I get back and watch it. I don't have a professional videographer like some of these guys. Okay, frame 1 has capped honey on both sides. It's about 3/4, half to 3/4. Same back over here. Doesn't look like they backfilled it with any nectar per se. Now, this is interesting. This is a nearly empty frame, and they have not redrawn it out. I don't see any eggs. I'll leave that where it's at. Same here. This one is all the way drawn out, but she's got a lot of room. I don't see any eggs. If you don't have a pair of readers, get yourself a pair of readers to see eggs. Them little suckers is tiny. Unless you got 20/20 vision, they're hard to spot, especially on yellow frame foundation. Cap brood all the way. All the way. Oh, there's my queen right in the center. You see her with a white dot on her back? She's heading towards the bottom of the frame right now. Perfect. Okay. Well, saw our queen. So what now? I've seen three out of 4 that I checked, plus one that was empty, 5. This is capped brood. Capped brood. So yeah, this hive's ready for a super. So like I explained in my other videos, what I did for my supers was I took organic wax comb that I used for my Lands Hive foundations, and I melted some of it down into a ball, and I rubbed it onto the wax comb. This has a little bit of cap brood, but mostly some larvae. This has a lot of eggs, larvae, and then a bunch of cap brood right in the middle. You know what? I'm just going to close them up. I'm going to put a super on and close them up. I don't need to keep pulling them out into this wind. I find that kind of mean. So what I did was I rubbed a ball of organic wax onto the foundation, and that should draw them up. So hopefully. All right. Because they're getting ready to have a population explosion. Now I'm hoping that my queen doesn't come up and lay in these, because if she does, then it's 21 days where those are capped and no honey. But I'm not that concerned about it. It's May, 29th, and you know, if they can get up here and draw some wax, I'd be just as happy, because I have not had a single year where I've had any wax drawn on my supers, and I'd be just happy as a clam to just get some drawn wax foundation. Now, another reason I use big rocks on these hives, and you can't really see it right now, is right here. There's a big gap in this hive. Now they'll propolize that gap, but if you take a rock and you drop it on it, it will smush that down, and it will reduce. Yeah, that gap is all the way gone now, and the pressure on it will actually make the hive body sit together more effectively. So big rock pushes it down. Make sure you don't have any gaps in your hive, and that way they have less work to do. They're looking good though. Pretty pleased with this hive too.